My beautiful, beautiful Cancers. How are you guys? It's very, very good to see you. Welcome to Divine Conversations. If you're new here, hi, my name is Eric. It's so wonderful to meet you. And if you're returning, what's up, guys? Gosh, I haven't said that in a long time. Anyway, I'm gonna give it some time, let people get into the chat here for those that would like to go live, get in live here. I'm also, while we're gearing up and letting people find their way here, I am going to roll myself a cigarette. But this is a general reading for the energies, the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You could be a cross watcher here. That's always applicable. This is a general reading, Cancer, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Now, in terms of the timing of the reading, ultimately this is still a timeless reading. Okay, Cancer, 111 on the counter. Ultimately this is a timeless reading, but with this round of readings at least, Spirit is guiding us to keep in mind that messages that resonate for you from this reading, from this session, whatever, all of them, like throughout all the signs, all of what Spirit needs you to know right now, these current ones that I'm channeling right now, they do involve some sort of 3-month time period, okay? Whether that 3 months is right now, it is something that happened in the past, or that's something that's yet to happen, okay? And what Spirit has been saying is you will know if, you will know that you're in this energy, obviously, if the messages resonate for you, but also they're saying that when they do, even if like you're watching this right now and it doesn't quite resonate or maybe doesn't really make sense, and but then later on down the road it starts to resonate, like the messages are starting to show up, it's starting to make sense now. That is your first sign that this 3-month cycle, this 3-month period has started, okay? That has been a common theme, a common message. I just want to make sure that I get that out before we get into this session, okay? But this is still going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to look at general energies in terms of what Spirit wants you to know right now, and then we're also going to look at love specifically, okay? Cancer? Cool. So I want to tell you a story, because as I was connecting with your energy, highlight of the world, as I was connecting to your energy, Cancer, some things started to come through naturally. But also some things started to happen. So I noticed that it was gonna rain. Potentially it was gonna rain. It started getting a little cloudy. And it's been a really beautiful morning, but of course, as soon as I start to, gear up for doing a reading or whatever, of course it wants to start getting cloudy and shit, right? Hold on. And as I'm saying this now, Cancer, the rain is starting to kick back up. So I might actually have to end up going inside. Daniel's decided he's going inside. Let's see. We're a canopy. We're under a canopy right now. So maybe we can ride this out and it won't be too much. But it figures, as soon as I start, 444 on the counter, as soon as I start to, sit down to record something, whatever, of course it wants to start raining on me, right? But that's just my ego getting involved. Then I was like, well, it kind of makes sense that it would rain. Cancer is a water sign, all right? And this is, you are next up. I am going in order this time for this round of readings, Cancer. So naturally you're next. I just did Gemini yesterday, right? But then also the energies just felt right for you. So just felt right for me to do this reading, because also I was kind of like, do I really want to do this today? Should I do this today? I could wait until Monday. It's Saturday. I could wait until Monday, but my neighbors aren't really home and the energies just felt right. So I'm starting to do it. So I'm taking note of everything that's happening. And of course my ego wants to be like, oh, of course you want to start raining now that I want to do my reading, but wait, no, there's a deeper meaning behind it. Okay. And it's very cleansing. It's a very cleansing energy. There's rain. There's some sort of cleansing that's happening in your life right now, Cancer. That does have to do with love in some ways. We'll get into that specifically. One thing I will say though, in terms of love, is I started hearing Destiny's Child, Apple Pie La Mode. I believe it's from the Survivor album because Michelle is in it. And that song, disclaimer, I will say that song was a little fresh in my mind because fairly recently it popped up randomly in one of from my playlist. I like to take some of my favorite songs on Spotify and make a playlist out of it. So like go to that song playlist and listen to that playlist, and I discover a lot of things. It's fun that way. But that song, Apple Pie La Mode, popped up. So I will say that it's fairly fresh in my mind, but it's not a song that I've been thinking about or listening to since I heard it when it popped up a few days ago, right? Well, while I'm sitting in your energy, working on channeling your energy, that song did pop up. And that does seem to be part of this cleansing energy for you, Cancer. Yeah, see, as I'm talking about this now, it's starting to rain harder and harder. I think I'm gonna have to go inside, you guys. Shoot, I'm getting rained out. Okay, well, let me finish talking about this part of the situation. And then, hold on, let me also turn this music down. And then, I think maybe I'll come back another time to finish the reading. Because Cancer, do you like my mirror? Do you like my hair? I've been obsessed with, you can't even really see it. I've been obsessed with French braiding my hair lately. Okay, anyway, Cancer. We're gonna do this another time because I'm getting rained out. But now that I'm getting rained out like this, it does feel appropriate, or maybe I could just sit here and do it. I don't know. I actually kind of want to wait. So you, Cancer, just like Aries, you guys are gonna get a, you have a bonus session. I ended up recording a reading for Aries when I was working on figuring out what I wanted to do for this cycle and for these readings. And so I recorded that reading for Aries, but then I decided I wanted to do this live. And so Aries has an extra reading, but you know what, guys? I actually don't even think I'm gonna keep this up. Cancer, you've gotten rained out. See, my camera is not balanced. You've gotten rained out, but it's okay. What I want to say about this, Cancer, is that something is being washed out of your life right now. And the reason why I feel like the time is right to do the reading, kinda. The time is right to connect to your energy now. It is, but it's not really time to channel the message yet because something's being cleared up right now. Okay, be aware of that. I'm hearing, for you, Cancer, I'm hearing hold your emotions steady. Stay calm. Do what it is you need to do. Be real with yourself. Let these situations, these habits, these circumstances be washed away. Allow them to be washed away. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner abilities to survive. Trust your survival instincts. There are some of you that are in this position or in this situation right now that feel like you are not gonna be able to survive. Holy shit, I just remembered the cards are still outside. Wait, hold on a second, Cancer. Hi, Cancer. I know the camera is crooked. I'm not even going to worry about trying to figure that out right now because I'm not going to be staying on here much longer. Trust your intuition. Some of you are in a place right now. Some of you are in a place right now where a great deal is changing. Cancer. And some of you feel like you're not going to survive through it. And that's where I'm getting the message of survival instincts. Trust your instinct to survive. Okay, Cancer, you did not come here, incarnate into this life to be snuffed out that easily. Okay, everybody, I mean, you know, everything that lives must die, everything that goes up must come down, you know, it must end at some point, Cancer, but you're not gonna die because of it. You're not gonna cease to exist because of it. Somebody here is in such such deep emotional depths that they're like, it's extreme woe is me energy. You know what, Cancer? Fuck that. We may have gotten rained out, Cancer, but we're still gonna do your fucking reading here. We're gonna do it right here. I'm just gonna sit and talk to you and pull these cards. All right? That's what we're gonna do. I recently gotten, okay, Cancer. So I recently got into a mode where I'm just going with the flow. I use 1111 on the counter. I used to want to have everything planned, organized, you know, ready to go, a format. But now I'm just like, I guess the circumstances and experiences that I've been through, Cancer, have made me into a more free form energy. You may even call it chaotic, a little more chaotic energy. I feel like I'm much more comfortable with chaos, which means that I'm much more comfortable with just allowing things to happen the way that they do, or the way that they're going to. And I think the reason why I'm wanting to say this to you right now, Cancer, is because that's kind of a little bit of what you're needing to employ right now. The ability to set things free. The ability to allow things to be let go of. Cancer. Now, Cancerian energies do have a tendency to be extremely clingy. And so, gosh, I feel like I'm all over the place, but let me connect all the dots here. We might be able to go back outside, Cancer, because it looks like the rain has stopped. Where was I going with that? Oh, so there's a cleansing, there's a healing, something is being cleansed. I'm also even hearing something's being eclipsed out of your life, Cancer. Potentially. Or maybe something new is coming in. For some of you, you have others that have new things coming in for them. They should be taking them seriously, is what I'm hearing, Cancer. And jealousy is involved here. So, okay, Cancer, for some of you, you have other people that are connected to you that have new things shuffling, moving into their lives. And what I heard was they need to be taking them seriously, meaning that these people in your life that have these new things shuffling into their lives, coming into their lives slowly but steadily but surely, I'm hearing, this person or these people need to be taking these new things seriously. And that's where you may be getting in the way, Cancer. Is what I'm hearing for some of you. Because some of you are jealous of the fact that they have these new things coming in. Whether they are, what I just heard also, Cancer, is that these new things that are coming into their lives are in direct competition with you. Or, I did hear are in direct competition with you. But then also I am hearing, Cancer, that you may just think that they are in a competition with you, because this is where I'm hearing there's jealousy involved, okay? Either you or maybe in terms of the other person, someone else that you're connected to, all right? Now, there's also love coming in, and that's where this Destiny's Child song is coming from. Because it's very much a song, like, I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, but we can go back outside now because the sun is back out. But it's very much a song in which, you know, they're out with their girls and they're partying, and all of a sudden this hot dude comes in and blah, blah, blah. And they're all like, oh my God, who are you? You must be the next love of my life, and blah, 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 blah. So it's giving me, Cancer, it's giving me vibes of like being out with your friends, exploring new things, maybe even being single, newly single. Oh geez, I have to work on camera. My camera work here. I also need to dry off the table because now everything's wet. Oh, it's so much brighter out here. This is much better. Cancer. Maybe being newly single for some of you. What I am picking up on definitely is a fresh outlook on life. So some of you, maybe you're not newly single, but you're ready to get out there again. You're ready to put yourself out there again. I kind of see some of you being social, okay? Willing to be social. For some of you, it's ooh, for some cancers out here, or maybe some people that they're dealing with, so this is someone who is cross-watching for a cancer, or this is the cancerian here, for someone, they have no choice but to go out there and be social because they're single again. But there is still a strong level of or at least there can be, there's access to a strong level of enthusiasm, optimism, okay? So for some of you, this is actually a really good thing. Maybe you picked up, maybe I'm picking up on, I'm hearing a karmic toxic cycle. Okay, so some of you have completed a karmic toxic cycle with someone else, maybe someone you were romantically connected to, but this is a blessing in disguise, and it may look and feel, you may look and feel disheveled right now. You may be really upset about it right now. You may be down in the dumps about it right now. I mean, sure, okay. The initial shock, the initial blow of losing something, okay, isn't necessarily always good, but it can be relieving, all right? But especially right now, the way this looks, Cancer, it is a blessing in disguise, I'm hearing. So I'm even seeing some of you, maybe, or maybe this is the person that you're connected to, I'm even seeing some of you go out of spite, or out of anger, or whatever, just like, there is some sort of anger, some sort of resentment involved with somebody here that I'm seeing that is actually going out and meeting people and trying new things, and how, you know that saying, what's the best way to get over someone, get under someone else? But they're doing it from a spiteful place. They're doing it in a spiteful manner. They're doing it for spiteful and or resentful reasons. But the funny thing about that is, for whomever this is, that's going to end up working out in their favor, because what happens if they actually do go out there in all their spite, right, Cancer? Because y'all do this, right? Y'all do this sometimes. But what happens if you go out there and you're living your best life in all that spite, and then all of a sudden you actually do meet someone new who is a better match for you, or who would be better for you than whomever just exited your life or something. You see how the universe is funny that way? It'll push you and drive you to do things, and you think you're being cute and smart. All right, universe, or all right, so-and-so, I'm gonna stick it to you then. Turn around only to find out, oops, now you actually have what you wanted. Wait, I have to go back inside and get the cards. I'll be right back, Cancer. Okay. Well, I'm glad we didn't get officially rained out, but and it's funny too, I didn't finish this part of the story in the beginning, you guys, but while I was setting up for your energy, I had just gotten up. It had just started to really drizzle, and I got up because I wanted to go get some sage, because I felt like I wanted to be able to sage the space while I started recording. And that's when it also hit me that the rain that was coming in is cleansing, is healing, just like the sage I was just going to get. Oh, shoot. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Lord have mercy. Okay, Cancer. So So Cancer, there really is some sort of cleansing that's happening for you right now. And what I'm hearing specifically is it's a cleansing of your space. Now, this could be your physical space, yes, especially if you're going through a breakup or a disconnection of some sorts, or you're in some sort of separation. There could definitely be a cleansing of a physical space, right? Like, you know, getting your ex's stuff out of your place, or getting some of your stuff back from your ex, or literally cleansing the energy of your ex or of this individual. Like, even this doesn't have to necessarily be romance, even though I feel like most of you are looking for romance right now, or at least romance messages. That's the dominant feeling I'm feeling for you right now, Cancer. For whomever this message is for, whomever I'm channeling this for right now, your focus is heavily on love right now, and romance and circumstances and situations, and that's fine. We're going to talk about that. But even if this doesn't resonate for you in terms of love, this could be a business in which a business partnership, whether I'm seeing a big corporation with a bunch of employees, or at least just like a big, a sizable business, you know, with more than a handful of employees, you know what I mean? Oh, it doesn't have to be that, but that is kind of what I'm seeing, a pretty, maybe big, powerful, successful business organization or something. And it could literally be that you just recently lost a team member, and you now need to, maybe it was for malicious or negative reasons, and now you have to physically clear the space of that person's energy. Okay, that's what I'm going on. I'm picking up on here. That's what I'm going on about here. But also, Cancer, this could also represent you clearing out your aura, your energetic space. Again, if we're talking a romantic situation that, you know, you guys have been having sex with each other, you're obviously going to need some time to allow that person's energy to work their way out of your system, and vice versa, to allow your energy to work their way out of their system, right? So that cleansing could be happening as well. As always, as usual, guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what does not. Okay, Cancer. So let's get into general overall message for you. Cancer, I feel like there's a lot of wisdom. 2222 on the counter. I feel like there's a lot of wisdom coming through for you, Cancer. You're growing up in a certain sense. You're becoming much more mature about something. I feel like you may be finally coming to terms with the true reality, the true nature of a relationship, or Spirit is saying of a toxic circumstance. Could be romantic, could be familial, could be platonic, doesn't matter. Could be business, creative, it doesn't matter, okay? But for some of you here, I definitely feel this strengthening of awareness is what I just heard. And that strengthening of awareness is most likely bringing certain toxic relationships, for the most part, into full view, into fuller focus. Now you are you're being able to see, I'm not exactly sure why yet, maybe we'll get into that, but now you're starting to be able to see the nature of a relationship or a circumstance as it is truly. Hey, Andrea. 333 on the counter. For some of you, there was a tower moment that happened that made it so that you could not deny it any longer. I'm not exactly sure as to why your focus has changed. You flip-flopped here somehow. That's an interesting message. Okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna come back to that because I feel like that's a deeper thing that we should talk about later, but I really wanna start and get the overall message for you for right now. You have the child that's just come out here. Good to see you too, Andrea. A brand new start is what I'm hearing. Faith in healing and cleansing the child. Some of you may be thinking about having a child. Some of you may actually be pregnant. But what this child feels like is literally a brand new start for you. This may be how you are feeling. You may be in a childlike sense of childlike energy again, because of a divorce or a breakup. Feeling free and full of potential, full of life, For some of you, you really have left a toxic situationship, is what I want to call it, that really had you dragged down and confined. This may have been a toxic in terms of, it may have been a controlling relationship. And so now that you are out of it, some of you are feeling liberated. You're feeling like a child again. You're feeling like you're free. You're feeling like you can have fun again. Either this is you, Cancer, or this is someone that you are connected to. Maybe you're a potential person or potentially a toxic ex. For those of you that are in this separation or X type of energy and you're not feeling this childlike sense of wonder yet, this is your advice. Work on feeling like this. Work on feeling excited about what's to come here, because see, look. Okay, I'm gonna take this for now, but then I'm gonna shuffle one more time and then I'm gonna pull. But this message is clear, so I'm going to take it. You have the child, and notice that the child is number one, Cancer, okay? There is a brand new start for you, a fresh beginning. And specifically, I want to say, regardless as to what has happened in the past circumstances, Cancer, you don't have to worry about that. All you need to take with you from the past, all you need to focus on from the past is what you learned in the experience. Not how you acted, not how the other person acted, not what you did necessarily outside of learning from it. Okay, outside of learning from it. It's not about how it went down. It's not about what actually happened. It's about what you learned. And you're not meant to enter into this new cycle full of shame and regret and remorse and feeling bad about yourself. We're all human, okay? We all make mistakes, and quite frankly, we're all toxic, or we all have at least been toxic and maybe still are toxic in some ways. As long as you're working on that, you're golden. But it's when you sit there in that toxicity and don't ever try to change anything, that's when trouble starts, right? So you have a new opportunity in front of you. You also have a new path to walk in front of you. Okay, the next card you have is number 2. You're going literally from number 1 to number 2, the Maiden. And the Maiden is about a sexual expression, is about freedom, is about exploring yourself, about exploring your sexuality, is about exploring your desires. It's about understanding that you're not selfish for wanting to go on your own path or do your own thing or follow your own heart. That's what the Maiden represents. She also represents a path. Walking that path. You see how she's walking that path? Now, this is specifically on the feminine side, so you may find yourself to be the feminine in this situation. I did here. You may find yourself to be the toxic feminine in this situation. And there's a new path for you to walk, a path of enlightenment. You have a fresh start. Somehow you've been released from something, or you are being released from something, or maybe you're releasing yourself from something. Maybe it's that you are recognizing your own toxic traits. And for somebody here, you are consciously choosing to pull yourself away from this because you no longer want to express this toxicity any longer. And for that, I commend you. And if that's not you, if you're on the other side of this, where maybe you are still the toxic feminine or the toxic party here, regardless as to whatever it is you have done in this situation, you have a brand new start. Now, some of you are going to take this new start and just create the same thing over again. And if that's the case, then this message probably is not for you. Although maybe if that is the case and you're listening to this right now and somehow it's hitting you, maybe we can get you off that path and onto a better path. But what is going to change that, the only thing that's going to change where you are on this path, how you proceed, how you move forward, is your perception. So you can either look at this brand new start and sit here and say, woe is me, or you can work on finding the childlike sense of wonder within you that helps you take advantage, full advantage of this new start, the child. I'm definitely seeing the Fool in this energy, okay? Which is a good thing, is a new start. The Fool is card number 1 of the major arcana. No, I'm sorry, the Fool is 0. The Magician is number 1, but the Fool is the beginning of the major arcana, and this is the beginning of this major arcana. This is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. A new start is happening, a fresh new start. And I really want to say, I'm also seeing the sun here, okay? With the child, I'm also seeing the sun, and in the tarot, the sun has a child on it. It represents the inner child. It represents new beginnings, excitement, happiness, wonder, the thrill of it all. Okay? You have access to this new start, to this new opportunity, Cancer. But the question is, are you going to take advantage of it and use it for your highest good? Or are you going to take advantage of it and use it to create the same old things? Okay, this is the last shuffle here, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So what's going on for Cancer? What messages do we have for Cancer at this time, please, Spirit? What do you want, Cancer? What do you need Cancer to know? Toxic X. Look, there's the Maiden again. I just shuffled this 2 more times, you guys, and I'm free pulling now. And the Maiden is the first card that came back out. Renewal. 333 on the counter. Freshness. Freedom is what I'm hearing. Someone is truly being freed from some sort of toxic situation or circumstance here. And in this freedom, in them being free, there is a new sense of self. Or maybe even Cancer, there is a desire to express oneself differently, or really what I'm wanting to say is discover themselves in some new ways, discover some new things about themselves. I'm also getting an energy of just wanting to go down a different path now, Cancer. Okay? And again, the Maiden represents doing your own thing and not allowing yourself to feel guilty or shamed for it, because there is nothing to be guilted or shamed. Because you're choosing to express your creativity, because you're choosing to go in the direction you want to go in, because you're choosing enlightenment, because you're choosing creativity, because you're choosing fun. That gives you a reason to be shamed? Hell no. That is actually your right to choose to experience, to express. That's what the Maiden represents here. I'm also seeing the Garden and the Gate from the Energy Oracle deck, where someone is literally releasing themselves, freeing themselves from some sort of confining situation. I'm also seeing the 8 of Swords now. Cancer. What do you need Cancer to know at this time? What do you need Cancer to know at this time? Oof. Wow. Wow, Cancer. You have the Maiden, integrity, and emotions. My focus is really on integrity right now. There's something about integrity that needs to be expressed, that needs to be discovered, that needs to be explored. You have 3 figures on this integrity card. A human, or I guess a humanoid, but a human with antlers. Antlers symbolize wisdom. You also have this owl here, which would also represent wisdom, but also represent higher perception, higher perspective. I'm also seeing kind of like an old soul type of energy. And then you have this cheetah, which is speed, agility, force, power. Okay, so this integrity energy for you, Cancer, is talking about balancing your primal instincts with your higher intelligence. And for somebody here, your emotions or your emotional reality comes into question when you are faced with this level of integrity. There's something here, Cancer, about someone not acting from a place of true integrity, but I'm also even getting true authenticity. But there's really something about integrity here. Someone has not been acting with integrity. I don't even know how else to say that. They're not being honest. They're not being truthful. They're not being honest or truthful about themselves. I feel like someone's actions here have gotten way erratic, way out of line. Someone is talking or has been talking out of both sides of their mouth. Someone can't keep their story straight. It has something to do with your emotions, though. Whether it's because your emotions are all out of whack and so you can't keep things straight, or someone, oh gosh, or someone has been using emotions to manipulate another. Someone has not been acting with emotional integrity. Maybe you, Cancer, have not been acting with emotional integrity. Maybe that's why it's raining, right? I mean, it was raining last night, but we actually had a thunderstorm. We had a little bit of thunder yesterday, but it started raining right as I was doing this reading. There's something, for some of you, maybe emotions need to be expressed here. I did just hear that. Emotions need to be expressed. Maybe, Cancer, you've been bottling your emotions inside, or maybe this is a person that is connected to you. This could be you or the person you've been connected to. So maybe let's flip it then, Cancer. Maybe this is the person that you've been dealing with who has been acting outside of emotional integrity. Maybe they haven't been true to their emotions. And that's what needs to be expressed here. Okay, take it as it resonates, guys. Place it however in your life that it fits. But that's what this new path is, Cancer, that you're walking, the maiden. And there's something here, there is something here about honoring your emotions. So Cancer, if you, or maybe this is for your person, the person that you've been dealing with, maybe the person, if you recently broke up with someone, maybe that's who it was. But walking this path of integrity, and you don't, and see, that doesn't take anything. That doesn't take any sort of sense of righteousness. That doesn't take any sort of sense of accreditation. That doesn't take any sort of sense of training. All it does is you following, all it takes is you following your heart, being true to your emotions, being true to what it is you feel, and then following through to handle that appropriately instead of either completely ignoring it altogether or pushing it off to the side or handling it in some way that is barely appeasing to you and, you know, causes as little disruption as possible for the other people involved. That's toxic. Whether this is for you, Cancer, or this is for someone that a Cancerian, maybe whatever, has been dealing with. But like, if you have to walk on eggshells for someone else, just to keep the peace, just to keep things happy, just to keep things copacetic, that is not a situation or relationship you really want to be in. Because it's only going to create some sort of, it's going to hurt. And it's going to eventually create some sort of emotional eruption or some sort of eruption. Can't go on forever. It's not healthy, that's toxic. What I'm seeing here, Cancer, is someone actively honoring themselves, being true to themselves, and stepping onto a path towards greater integrity, a path of, not towards, a path of greater integrity. Walking that path in a line now is what Spirit just said. So that means that whomever this is for, maybe in the past you were waffling back and forth, you're on the path and then you're off, and then you're on the path and then you're off. But no, now this time integrity is involved. So you are walking the path and you are staying on that path and you are walking that straight line. Not necessarily to say that all paths are straight. Paths do wind and weave, but it's not like you are stepping off the path. Even if the path winds and weaves itself, you are still staying on it and winding and weaving with it, okay? Or whomever this person is. Integrity is involved here, is what I keep hearing. Integrity is involved here. So the reason why a situation and or circumstance may be coming to an end in your life right now, Cancer, is because integrity is involved here. Someone's integrity. This may be a situation in which you, Cancer, or the person you are connected to waffled back and forth themselves. We just said that. So for example, they waffled back and forth. How? They said they were going to do one thing, but then they either just didn't or in fact chose to do another. And this is something that they keep saying they were going to do. Keep saying you're going to do it. Keep saying you're going to do it. And then it comes down to it and you don't. Or you slip, or you fall, or this, or that, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And in some cases, sure, it was a real mishap and it kind of fucked plans up a little bit. But in other cases, it was just a matter of this person or you just did not want to stick to their guns. Did not want to have to go through the pain of, or the struggle of maybe, or the challenge of maybe following through with what it is they said they were going to do. That is lacking in integrity. Well, now, for some reason, and I feel like what I want to say is, for some reason, integrity is being chosen here, and it has a lot to do with emotions. It may very well be, Cancer, that your emotions or this person's emotions have gotten so riled up, so fed up, that now they have fully emotionally decided, they have emotionally decided what path they want to choose. And in this case, Cancer, they're choosing a path of integrity. And I feel dominantly, I'm looking at emotions here, Cancer, I feel dominantly that someone's emotions have reached a critical mass to where they just can't hold back any longer. They don't want to deny it any longer. They can't deny it any longer. For some of you out here, your emotions or this person's emotions have gotten so out of whack that now the situation has to be addressed. And now I want to say, kind of like in terms of that, waiting until the last minute. Someone may be using that to manipulate you. That is a manipulation tactic. It's something that I was told all the time, or at least it can be. Oh, you're waiting until the last minute and now blah, blah, blah. Well, no, sometimes it just works out that way. Sometimes the inspiration, sometimes the understanding, sometimes the knowledge doesn't come through until the very last moment. Don't let someone manipulate you that way, okay? That might be actually some sort of subconscious programming I'm picking up on for whomever is choosing to stand in integrity. Your emotions have gotten so high, you've been pushed to the point, to the edge, to where now you are making the final call. And there's some sort of tape going in the back of your head, probably from your mother as a child. That's how it's resonating for me. Take it as it resonates for you. A parent of some sort that used to nag you for waiting till the last minute for something. You know what? I was gonna say put that tape on pause. But actually what I'm really gonna say is stop the tape altogether, take it out of the tape player and just smash it. Destroy it. Destroy that tape. You don't need it anymore. Destroy that programming. Destroy that voice in your head. You don't need that advice. You don't need that anymore. You don't need that programming anymore. Just destroy it. Don't even listen to it. Integrity is the key here. We're going to get into that. I want to clarify this for you. Cancer. Now, for some of you, this is having the integrity to finally leave someone or something that you have been firmly attached to for a long time. And I'm hearing you have had a death grip on this, Cancer, for some of you, for whomever this is resonating for. Okay? For some reasons, it was a good thing because you really cared about this person and you didn't want to have to see them go. You didn't want to have to let them go. For some of you, you have spent X amount of years dealing with this. So you're like, nah, dude, I'm not trying to leave this if I don't have to. Okay. But now maybe you're finally getting the strength to leave. Now maybe because of you wanting to hold a higher level of integrity, Cancer, you're finally like, nah, dude, I'm done with this. It's over. We're not doing this anymore. It's either you, Cancer, or the person that you're connected to, okay? 2 more shuffles here, and then we're gonna look at integrity. For my Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right. What's this energy of integrity for Cancer, please? All right, well, look, Cancer, the first card you have at the bottom of the deck is Justice. Ooh-wee, okay. Justified, something is justified. Something is and look, something is balanced, I'm hearing. Something is even. I'm also hearing something is done, it's over with. Or at least it's done and over with in terms of the verdict is out. And it's a fair and just one. I'm also hearing whatever justice is coming through here, it's leveling or evening the playing field for some of you. Okay. What's this integrity energy for Cancer, please? 4 of Wands. Integrity for Cancer. Death. What I want to say for some of you is that you are, excuse me, I just coughed right into the mic. I'm sorry. For some of you, you finally have enough of a foundation within yourself to walk away from a strained relationship, maybe even potentially toxic relationship, okay? Ooh. Integrity for Cancer. Integrity for Cancer. Okay, somebody here wanted to be able to work with another person in some sort of partnership, but they were restricted from that. There was restrictions, there were blockages to that. On one hand, somebody wanted to work together with someone, whether this is romantic, platonic, familial, creative, whatever, take it as it resonates, business, whatever. Somebody here, one side of the equation, wanted to work together, but that person was restricted. While the other person was restricted from working together, but it's because what they had going on in their own mind, okay? And with this integrity energy, someone has the foundation within themselves to take a leap of faith and move forward, to transform, to try new things, to go in a different direction. Four of Wands and Death with the Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. And then finally you have the Two of Pentacles with that. Pros and cons. I am picking up on distinctly business or transactional type of energies. Even if we are, for you Cancer, if this is resonating for you as a romantic situation, the final deciding factor here was very practical, grounded, organized, and down to earth, down to reality, I want to say, with this Two of Pentacles energy, because I'm getting like someone was weighing their options, pros and cons, which is better? Have this person, this situation, this circumstance, this partner in my life or not? Very practical, very practical. And yeah, see, with the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, see, someone was like, okay, where am I going with this? Where are we going with this? Someone is choosing, someone is choosing to stand in their integrity here, Cancer, and is honestly trying to say to themselves, okay, what is it that I really want to achieve here? And practically speaking, how am I going to get it? This is definitely someone who knows what they want, whether this is you, Cancer, or someone you're connected to, maybe someone you just recently broke up with. And if they don't know exactly what they want, they have a real good idea of where they're going at this point. And it may even have been their involvement with you that has helped them, or maybe your involvement with them that has helped you, or maybe that has helped them to figure this out. But that makes sense though. I don't want anyone to take that. I don't mean anyone to take that message as like you specifically did something exactly specific to help change someone's mind. No, these situations and circumstances in general that we go through with each other in these interpersonal relationships and whatnot, whatever, everything that we go through, is meant to change us in some way, is meant to help us change, help us grow, change our perspective, okay? Help us reach enlightenment. So of course, this situation that you have been through would be a way that someone would help define what it is, a greater idea of what it is that they want for themselves. So don't take that personally, all right? I want to look more into this Two of Pentacles though. Show me the Two of Pentacles for Cancer. Why is this Two of Pentacles here for Cancer? Two of Pentacles. What's this Two of Pentacles for Cancer? What's this, the deciding factor? Okay, well, shit. Ooh, time ran out. Time ran out either because someone made a decision and so the clock stopped and they're choosing no, or the time ran out because someone did not decide. Someone did not choose, pick a side. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, and then there's Justice again. Libra energy. I did just pick up on that. Somebody here may be a Libra, may have a Libra placement. I'm also picking, I also just felt Virgo. Libra and Virgo are right next to each other in the zodiac. Somebody was waffling back and forth in some cases. In other cases, it's the individual that we're talking about here that ultimately chose to stand in a level of integrity that was going back and forth, trying to decide. But I'm feeling very distinctly, Cancer, that there is an energy here of of somebody, whomever was trying to decide, trying to get the proper information, the proper intel, the proper understanding in order to make a decision, in order to choose. So in essence, really weighing the pros and cons. And that may have taken some time. Cancer, it may not have been a thing that you or this person could have come to an understanding of right away. Certain things needed to play out first, certain things needed to happen. Maybe there were certain agreements that were made that needed to be followed through with. And ultimately, if someone followed through with it or not would be your deciding factor, right? So that's what I'm getting from this Two of Pentacles energy. The Two of Pentacles is a physical situation. So yes, this may have been something that naturally would have taken time to decide upon. Okay. But ultimately, now I didn't get the message until I finished the question, which was, what was this deciding factor for you, Cancer, or for this person? And what we got here is Temperance in reverse with the Two of Wands in reverse. So here is where I'm feeling time ran out, even though, you could also describe that time as the Wheel of Fortune, maybe, but Temperance, right? Because Temperance is, divine timing, or Temperance is that alchemization process, where it takes time, 555 on the counter, it takes time for compounds to come together to form a new one. It takes time for the cake that you just put in the oven to bake, right? You're not gonna eat a raw cake, it's not the same. You can't even put icing on the cake if it's raw, right? Okay. So somehow, in some way, either time ran out, well, no, time did run out, but that's either because someone did in fact choose, or someone failed to choose, or someone failed to stick to the choice. But ultimately, there's a rejection here. Four of Cups. Give me a second, because what is this Four of Cups? Rejection of the offer. So someone may have, I'm kind of getting that someone at this point, this Four of Cups represents this individual who I'm hearing was trying to make a decision but ultimately couldn't or wouldn't. Now, because they've messed up for some reason or whatnot, whatever, they may be trying to, I'm hearing, rescind the circumstances, make the offer, but I feel like it's too late now. I feel like this Four of Cups is this one person finally deciding to say no. 222 on the counter. And therein lies where the justice is involved. Therein lies why however someone is standing in their integrity, and whatever that is causing them or leading them to choose or to go out to whatever decision that's leading them to make, it's justified. Because of the way that the circumstances played out. Someone was very practical here, especially where they may not have necessarily been in the past. Someone may have pulled this level of practicality out of their ass, 555 on the counter, with a 2. That's kind of funny. I want to look at emotions. Ow. Getting bit, y'all. I want to look at emotions for you, Cancer. What are these emotions for Cancer? Emotional integrity. There may have been some sort of emotional manipulation going on here. Emotions for Cancer. Very interesting. Bear with me for a second, Cancer. It's just Page of Wands then. Very interesting. Okay, Cancer. So clarifying emotions here for you. Right, standing in some sort of emotional integrity as well is what I'm picking up on here for this person or for you. First cards you have to clarify this, you do have the Five of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. All right, so there's some sort of there is an energy, Cancer, of going back and forth somehow. Quite frankly, I am surprised that this energy didn't show up as the Five of Swords, because I do feel like how potentially this could have been a little toxic, pretty harmful. You know, this could be it could have been a pretty destructive situation, but it's really just coming out as the Five of Wands in terms of some sort of differing of opinion. I'm hearing going back and forth, arguing, you know, ego battles and stuff like that. Okay. But then you have that with the Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So like, again, I feel like the King of Pentacles is mirroring or is reiterating that the energy of integrity. Okay, because the King of Pentacles would be a very, very... Okay, we're back. Hold on a second, because I didn't even... 555 on the counter. I don't even know where it cut out, so hold on. Can you guys let me know? Oh, that's so funny. Ooh. Hello, are you guys still here? I think I'm connected to the live stream still with my mobile data. Are you guys still here? Or do I need to, I think I should start the stream over. Hello? Anybody there? Okay, I'm just gonna start over.